Mississauga Ringette for 10 or 11 years?
12.
12 years.
I'm Kristyna, and I've been playing with Mississauga Ringette for 12 years.
I'm Mackenzie, and I've been enrolled in Ringette for 12 years as well.
It was their mother's decision to sign them off.
We got a school newsletter thing, brochure, and then I went to my mom and I said, hey, we should try this, because at the time I had just started skating lessons and I actually really wanted to play hockey, but had never looked into it. And I thought it was similar enough. So I asked my mom and she's like, okay, well, your sister's going to do it too. And then the rest is history.
Their first game, I remember Mackenzie's goal. That's a whole other story. But the first game I saw them play was they played in a sort of against Burlington, I think it was. And I was like, uh-oh, they're moving pretty slow. But it was fun to see them out there in a competitive situation.
I don't know if it was like the very first time, but I remember him watching one of my games like when I was really little, and that was like the first time I scored like ever. And I just remember him being really excited.
I think after the first season, we were playing on this like tournament team thing, and I got at the end of the season like a most improved award. And from there I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, they think I've improved the most out of all these kids. And I was so excited. And then basically I just fell in love with it from there.
I kind of wanted to give up at the beginning, but I think through like a lot of practice and meeting a lot of new people, it kind of helped me stick with it, and having like the support and the friends there really like helped me enjoy the sport more. And then when you get to like older levels, it's a lot easier to like want to play and like want to like really love something. So I think that was a really big influence on me.
I started off as the manager of Kristyna's team. I think when she was in U12, and then I started running the house league program around that time, which I'm still doing. And then I think then I joined the executive in Mississauga. Because they got involved in helping with house league. Once they graduated out of the house league, they were still helping, and it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun to be involved with them in a leadership capacity, and it was nice to see how they had progressed. Like, people would point out to me, your kids are really, leaders, or your kids are good helpers or whatever. So it was nice to see them progressing and kind of maturing. So it was nice to to have that in common. And then I kind of stuck with it as I started, my kids started mentoring other kids, younger kids, and I kind of took on a kind of a foster dad role or a foster uncle role to a lot of the newer kids coming in.
For me, I think it's a lot of like team leadership skills that I've been able to like include, especially like with my friend groups and like having a job, and it really helped me like see like other people's perspectives on things, and just learn how to cooperate with people. In that sense, it was like really useful, like just to be able to talk to somebody one-on-one and have a conversation maturely with another person and not like have my emotions get involved, or just like being able to like work with other people.
I think the biggest one that for me personally made an impact was resilience. So like, you have a bad game or you get cut from a team, and life has to go on. You can't sit and wallow in it forever. You have to come up with a plan and figure out how to move forward and be better the next time.
I don't know what they're going to say, but I mean, and they probably don't believe me, but I've been very proud of my children. I watched their maturity in Ringette. I watched their leadership skills, and their ability to handle the ups and downs of the sport. I mean, it hasn't always been all, wine and roses all the time. And they've, the way they bounce back from disappointments and things, it's been some of my prouder moments. The winning goal or that kind of thing hasn't always been the thing that's resonated with me. It's when they've faced disappointments and how they've bounced through it, and now how they're mentoring. You asked me this question earlier about being a person of color, and I watch how they mentor other kids and how kids of color look up to them.
Well, for me, I think it's kind of brought us closer, and like it's taught me a lot of valuable lessons that, like, as much as people say, oh, you can't work with family, it's really helped us like work through a lot of our problems. And like I feel like my dad has taught me a lot of other lessons that are not just from the sport, but like helping me like get over disappointments and those problems through the game and a sport that we all love in this house. So
I think the biggest thing, obviously the playing, like us playing and my dad being there, that's been like, it's awesome to have that support. But I think most of our internal family development has really come from the off-ice stuff when we're not playing. For example, like my dad said with the house league, really the three of us in the last 5 years have built up that program together from much bigger than it has ever been, really. And going through that process with my sister and my dad has been really great, because then we always have something to talk about and sort of something to come together as well, like scoring a goal and looking up and seeing your dad in the stands, awesome. Like, it's just really great to have that support, and I think Ringette and sports in general have been a really big part of that.
Well, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to my dad and all the other Ringette dads out there.